Hi everyone, welcome back to another Board No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to a Muscipula guide. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, enter our 5k giveaway, and let's jump right into things. Now the first thing that you're going to be upgrading in the Muscipula is going to be the Tree of Eternity, because this affects the build level for all of the furniture or all the different things within the game, right? So next thing is going to be the double bed, and the reason why you need the double bed is of course to unlock for the 10 characters for your lineup, and your lineup is really important to you because it affects the leader skills that you acquire and affects, pretty much your overall gameplay. So these two things are going to, pretty much affect everything as far as what you play in the game. After you upgrade the Tree of Eternity and the double bed, you're going to focus on the dessert cart. And the reason why is because gold pretty much affects a lot of things in this game. The character level, gear level. It also affects how high your single deck chair is going to be. If you're going to ask me what is the optimal level to keep a character at if you don't see them being used in the future, I'm going to say it's level 60. And the reason why it's level 60 is because level 60 doesn't require too much gold, it doesn't require too much resources, it's just enough to see how a character will perform in the future. And of course, there's the later breakpoints will be more expensive, but level 60 is around the range where it's like, oh, this is negligible enough so that I don't have to worry about the amount of gold and the cost that I lose in the future, alright? So level 60 is my recommendation because it doesn't affect your gold and it doesn't affect your nightmare bottles too much in the very beginning. Now let's talk about crystals. Now the reason why crystals are so important is because this is going to pretty much affect all of your actual build levels for everything else, because you need, crystals to upgrade the Tree of Eternity, crystals for the double bed, crystals for the dessert cart, crystals for frame light, crystals for the books, crystals for your leader level. So pretty much crystals is going to be your second biggest output in the game outside of gold, because gold affects everything and so does crystals, right? So this should be absolutely number one or number two. You can technically prioritize desert cart and the single deck chair. If you're wondering what is the best place to put your crystals in, IMO, it's going to be the dessert cart and then the leader levels. And the reason why your leader levels are so important is because your leader will actually unlock like block bonuses, damage bonuses, reflect bonuses. So your leader can essentially, live longer. But for the most part, the leaders is kind of there, so you don't like just lose the mission. But you really want to upgrade your leaders, because in arena, and if you want to win 10 Saints arena mode, you're going to need a very strong leader. I've seen some leaders with like 500k HP and they completely dust my team because they just last longer. So make sure to use your crystals on your leader, because this is going to be the only other thing. Next thing is going to be the frame light. And the frame light pretty much increases the amount of EXP output that you're going to be giving out. And EXP only really affects your character levels, and like I said before, level 60 is like the break point where pretty much past that everything becomes extremely expensive. And of course, I say keep things at level 8, and then past level 5, these little dudes, the guys who like build stuff for you, they actually start needing rest requirements. In the beginning, they don't really need any rest requirements, but past level 5, they're going to be like, I need to rest in order to continue building. And it's really annoying. I dislike that, but it's very easy in the beginning. It's like, oh, it's not that bad. But then past level 5, they start sleeping on you and they start needing breaks and stuff. So I don't like that. Next thing is going to be books. Books is going to be the last thing that you're going to upgrade. And the reason why, and this is particular to me, because in the beginning, you don't really need that much high energy. As my build gets more or less free to play, because I'm putting in more SSRs, because pretty much the game is forcing you to use higher CP units, you're going to need to use SSR characters, alright? So that's what's happening here. I'm slowly increasing my energy as the game, goes through. But in the beginning, it doesn't really matter. I'm already like account rank like 51, right here, you can see it right there. So that's why I'm pretty much upgrading my books slowly but surely, and I'm slowly but surely putting SSRs. It's not a nice feeling, but you kind of have to do it in order to get over the hidden damage formula thing. I'll post the hidden damage formula video at the very end, right? Pretty much the upgrade order: Tree of Eternity, double bed, desert cart, single deck chair. These are kind of interchangeable. Frame light, and then books. So some of you are probably wondering, what is going to be the next thing? And that's going to be the idle feature. The idle feature is super important because it actually affects, the overall output of things that you can get in the game. Like for example, your lounge will increase your leader HP, and that's really important so you pretty much live longer. But most of all, you can see it right here. This is actually faction based. So you can see there's a little symbol right there. If you max the faction, you can actually get a bonus for the room. I just want to share that in case you didn't know, but pretty much it has the breakdowns right here. You know, based off of the amount of leader HP, you can get up to 16% max. SSR, 1.5% bonus. Lens upgrade, each pretty much lens or star is 1%. And of course, you know, Muscipula is the rate up character for this area, in particular for the lounge. You can see right here, you know, 1% for an SSR, so on and so forth. You know, bedroom uses the seed, if you know what I mean. You know, seeds and bedders are at Mustap. Otaka room, Ouroboros, that's going to be the faction over here. I really like that Ouroboros are in the Otaka room because these characters look the most unique to me. Because, like, for example, Amon's like an Egyptian queen, you know, Mummy, Venabeth, it's really cool in my opinion. Pastry room, of course, Phoenix is going to be here. Miyuki is like, you know, the queen of gold. All of the gold, everything right here. They make the money. They're the money room. And then we have the Libros doing the crystal output right here with Yuffie and, you know, Rikia and Pam, two of the best SRs in my opinion in the entire game. And then we have the living room right here with the Tobunkai. You know, they're just, you know, giving me all the EXP. And that's going to be pretty much it for, you know, the idol room. Next is going to be decorations. Now the things that I like to personally focus on are the characters that I'm going to use the most often. And that just so happens to be, you know, the living room, which is the Tobunkai faction, Hot Spring, which is the Libros faction, and then the Pastry room with Phoenix faction. For my leader comp specifically, and the comp that I'm going to transition to in the future, I'm going to be using these three rooms the most because these are the three characters that I use the most of. If anything, you can technically use the Otaka room for, like, you know, Amon janky stuff, bedroom for, like, I feel like the seed characters are the tankiest characters in the game, so, you know, feel free to upgrade them. And of course, you know, the only usable character, there's only few usable characters in Muscipula, and that's going to be like Saya and Nina. The rest are okay, like they serve you in the beginning, but in the end they sort of fall off. And I would highly suggest using Alice's passive and putting her in this room, because Alice's passive pretty much increases the stats of the characters within this room. You know what, I'm just going to take her off and put Alice in, because Alice is really good for increasing these character stats. Read her passive, it's really cool. Next thing is going to be the warehouse. This is pretty much where your extra furniture goes, you know, that's really cool. And then right here, redeem resources is going to be, you know, if you want to get like a 6-hour bonus on like all of the gold that you can acquire within 6 hours. When do I recommend start using the redeem resources level? I think you should start using redeem resources once you get to, you know, Tree of Eternity level 8, really using those cart tickets or those tickets for gold, tickets for crystals, because you pretty much unlocked everything down the line and you can increase, you know, everything from level 8 and above, everything is incrementally increasing at the same pace. It's up to you though at the end of the day when you want to use those cards, but I really recommend, if you're trying to like stay somewhat free to play, just save it for, you know, when you're at level Tree of Eternity level 8, which I believe is, you know, level 45 overall account rank. And of course you get, you know, account rank EXP by clearing stages. Pretty much the amount of stamina that you expend gives you the amount of EXP. By that I mean, if let's go to trials really quick. If you go into daily trials, you hit challenge and, you know, you do like a specific room. Let's just do this one for example. It costs 10 bread, right? And if I rate it, I'm going to get 10 EXP from this. It doesn't explicitly show you, but that's pretty much the way it works, right? That's pretty much it for the Muscipula guide, alright? Make sure to focus on those idol factions because, you know, this is really important at the end of the day. Make sure to upgrade things in the proper order. You know, dessert cart and single deck chair, these are going to be your breadwinners, alright? These are the #1 things that you upgrade outside of the Tree of Eternity and the double bed. You do what you need to do to upgrade these two because they're definitely going to affect a lot of things in the game. Anyways, I hope this video helped you. You know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, enter our 5K giveaway, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. If you have any questions or any video requests, place them down below. And I will see you in the next one.